Hi Capricorns, welcome. This is your general scope for the week of April 17, 2017, and a few things that I need to share with you guys. And one is I do have allergies. I did take a pill, so pardon me if I am distracted, and I have a cold sore, and that's another distraction. I wasn't going to show my face, but I was going to do it by hand, just show my hands and the cards, but I was like, heck with it, I'll just show my face. I don't care. Just hope it's not a distraction for you guys. I am doing these readings on April 11th, and this is the pink full moon. Might not make a difference when this comes out, but just a little tidbit on that, where it is in Libra, and Libra is the sign of relationships and desires, and so it is a full moon, and full moons are about endings, so it doesn't necessarily mean that relationships will come to an end. It can actually blossom and move on to the next level, where there's new moons. New moons are beginnings and full moons are endings, and usually they have wishing spells and stuff for new moons and full moons, and I charge my crystals during full moons. So enough about that. What else is going on is YouTube. There's a lot of changes going on with YouTube. There is a crisis going on at this time. It is affecting me and other YouTubers at this time, and so what's going on is this is how I do make money, and at least for me as a hobby, because I like and enjoy doing this, and so I do really enjoy it, but I also enjoy my personal readings that I do, and I appreciate that. Thank you for that, my people. And so what's going on is there's a stipulation now where in order to get paid, you need to watch, the subscribers or anybody needs to watch the commercials that I have at the beginning of the videos. And some of them, mine's usually last about 30 seconds. I don't know, but there's some where I've seen that are about 5-6 minutes. So I support my YouTubers, so I'll watch the commercials. If it is too long, I go ahead and make a drink and a little snack or something, and then I come back. But that's how I support my YouTubers, and so I'm hoping that you guys can support me in that way as well. So enough of that. Let's just get started with you, Capricorns. I see you coming up at the beginning of the week. It's quite powerful, quite comfortable. Why did that come out in reverse? 2, 4, 6, 7. Something happened here. I'll leave it as that. Okay, I'll leave it as that. Well, first card we start off is the King of Pentacles, and this can be you. I usually take this as a Capricorn card. This is someone who's quite detail-oriented, quite mature with their finances, very comfortable, very secure and safe with their finances. What else is going on here? If it's not, if it's an energy, it's very grounded energy at that. But other than that, it could be somebody that you go to for advice and guidance, someone who you highly regard and you look up to. This also could be a boss, a supervisor as well, that you go, that gives out their orders, but is very grounded in doing so, very firm and fair, or firm yet fair. Okay. Next card we have is a Major Arcana, and it is the Strength card. And so you're going to have some strength, some courage. Maybe you are feeling quite courageous this week. Other than that, you might need some strength this week and a lot of patience for something. So nothing to really to say about that, but if you're not feeling quite courageous, you might have to deal with a lot of patience this week. Next card we have is the Four of Wands. This is a card of stability, very stable conditions at this time. It is also about weddings as well. So if it's not yours, then it could be that you're attending somebody else's wedding. It could be also a card of celebration as well. Celebrating something. Anyway, next card we have is the Two of Cups. This is a card of balance. It's about meshing well. It's about connecting. It is actually a card of uniting. So uniting with something. You could be uniting in a love relationship. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be that of a great, good friendship that you guys mesh very well on every level. So not necessarily love, but it is related to love matters though. But it is an emotional card. So emotionally connecting with somebody else or emotionally uniting with somebody else. So not necessarily love. It could be a great, good friend, really good friendship as well. Next card we have is the Ace of Swords. This is about truth. It is a card of victory. What else is going on here? It is a card of thoughts and communication. It is of new beginnings, so it could be a new way of thinking and communicating. Not necessarily so, but it is a new beginning at that. It is an ace card, so whatever questions I do not answer, it is a yes to, because aces are a yes card. Next card we have is the Ten of Swords, but in reversed. What this means is, usually when it's this way, it says no more of this. This is a completion of a cycle. Something hasn't come to completion yet, but you are still healing. So each sword is falling off one by one in healing. Last card we have is the Hierophant. Now this is a religious card, and what goes on with this is still a ruler in its own way, but in the religious sector. This is a card of structure. So basically what the meat and potatoes of this card is structure, and it's very strict structure. You can't sway nor bend this structure and this belief system. Okay, so you might be feeling very strongly in some beliefs that you have at this time, and there's no way of swaying or bending you. Other than that, maybe it's somebody else that you just can't sway or bend, or who doesn't sway or bend either. It is very strict and structured in their own way and in their own beliefs. But it doesn't necessarily have to be beliefs, but it is something that they strongly believe in. So it is maybe beliefs. What else is this saying? This could be someone that you go to for spiritual advice as well. But that doesn't necessarily have to be, but it is someone that you highly regard and that you really trust and you go to for advice or guidance. It could be even a manager or supervisor that's very strict in their ways, that is by the book as well. And let's kind of recap here. So you could be feeling quite comfortable, quite strong, quite comfortable, quite safe and secure in your position at this time, or quite powerful in your position at this time. It could be somebody that you're dealing with who is very grounded. It could be somebody that you go to for advice. Other than that, it could be your boss or somebody like that that gives you your duties, your job duties, but is very grounded in how they deal with that. Next card, you could have you could be feeling quite courageous and feeling a lot of strength at this time, or you're just going to have to gather your strength up and have a lot of patience sometime at the beginning of the week. Next card we have is a card of stability, a card of celebration, and it could be a marriage involved here. It could be yours, it could be you attending somebody else's wedding. But it is a card of stability. Okay, but yet a card of celebration. So then you could be uniting with somebody, could mesh well with somebody else. It is a card of connection, so it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although it is a love card basically, but it doesn't necessarily have to be so. Like I said, you could be meshing very well with somebody else. You could be teamed up with somebody else who you mesh very well with as well. You could get there's a victorious feel around you about Friday. It is a card of new beginnings. Could be a new way of thinking, new belief system, new way of communicating with others. Again, just watch what you say, watch how you communicate with others, and just be aware of how you react to the way others think and communicate with you as well. It is a very truthful card as well. You could be receiving some truth about the weekend or around the weekend. You could be getting invites, I guess, from other people as well, either a date or going out with friends or family as well. It is a yes card, so whatever questions I do not answer, it is a yes to. And then you're not quite at a completion yet. You're still healing, so the swords are all falling off one by one. And you could be dealing with a very strict person, strict in their belief system, or just in the way they are. There's no bending or swaying with them. They're strong in their beliefs, or you could be in that position as well. Very strict and structured, no swaying, no bending, very strong in your beliefs. So that brings us to the end. I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. I bid you a great week, and I'll see you guys next week. Remember, it takes two to tarot, and I bid you aloha.